Welcome to the channel Motabase. Keeping in view the background that Yamaha has decided to quit a Pakistan market, our today subject of discussion is McKinsey 7S analysis of Yamaha. McKinsey 7S was developed in the late 1970s, early 80s by Tom Peters and Robert H. Waterman Jr. at McKinsey. The 7S model identifies seven internal elements of an organization that need to be aligned for it to perform well. The 7S elements are: first set is three hard S's, which are more tangible and easier to define and manage. To start with, the first S is strategy. That is, plans for a competitive advantage, dealing with environment and resource allocation, etc., etc. The second S element, hard S element, is structure. That is organizational chart, roles and responsibility, and reporting lines. Third hard S is systems. That is processes, procedures, workflows, performance measurement, and a reward system, etc. These are known as three hard S's. Then we come to the soft four S's, which are less tangible, culture oriented, people, and values. That is, shared values. Shared values are core beliefs, culture of the organization, and its fundamental guiding values. The second soft S is style, which is related to primarily to leadership style, culture, behavior of management teams. The third soft S is staff, people who are working in any organization, that is the human resources, their numbers, types, demographics, how they are recruited and trained. The fourth soft S is skills, which is related to the capabilities and competence of people, what a company does well as what it needs to improve. Coming to the key ideas of the model, all seven elements must be aligned and mutually reinforcing. A change in one affects the others. The hard S's are easier to see and manage. Soft S's are more subtle, not obvious, delicate, or difficult to detect, but equally important. Shared values are central. They tie the rest together: culture, values, beliefs will influence staff, style, and skill, etc. Shared values, coming to the shared values, means the core beliefs, attitude, and the guiding principles that are deeply embedded in an organization's culture. They represent what the company stands for, its purpose, mission, and ethical foundation that influence all other elements of 7S model. In the 7S framework, shared values sit at the center of the model because they drive alignment among strategy, structure, system, and the softer elements that is style, staff, and skill. For example, a company like Toyota emphasizes continuous improvement, that's Kaizen, and respect for people. These are its shared values that shape decisions, teamwork, and innovation across the company. Let's compare hard elements versus the soft elements. Hard elements consist of strategy, structure, and system. They are tangible and formal. Strategy is the plan or direction for achieving organizational goals and competitive advantage. For example, cost leadership, market expansion, and innovation strategy, etc. Whereas the structure, the way the organization is arranged, its hierarchy, reporting lines, and departments. The example is functional divisions or matrix organization. Systems are the procedures, processes, and daily operations that support business activity. For example, performance reviews, IT system, budgeting process, etc., etc. Coming to softer elements, shared values are the core beliefs and culture norms guiding behavior and decision making. Example, integrity, customer focus, teamwork, innovation. Skills, the capabilities and competitiveness of employees that give the organization its strength. For example, technical expertise, leadership skills, problem solving ability. Style, the leadership and management approach, how managers behave and interact with the teams. Example, whether it's a participative, it's autocratic, transformational style, etc., etc. Staff, the people and their general capabilities, motivation and development. Example, recruitment, training, and morale of the employees. Let's now come to Yamaha. Given everything we discussed, brand heritage, local vendor networks, workforce training, plant location, product fits, etc., here is how the 7S framework maps to Yamaha situation. This helps identify misalignments and where the change was needed by Yamaha Motorcycle Pakistan Limited. To start with, let's go ahead with the first element, hard element, that is strategy. Yamaha's strategy was premium commuter focus, that is mainly 125cc, less presence in low cc mass segment. It was misalignment with the market demand, 70 to 100cc commuters, price sensitivity, rural and volume requirements. What was needed? Its strategy should have been included mass market models, pricing, leadership, localization, competitive positioning versus Honda and Chinese brands, which Yamaha failed. Coming to the seven hard element structure. In case of Yamaha, Yamaha at the most of the time had been a family controlled entity. It followed centralized decision-making system. It has plant in Karachi, which was remote from Punjab, which has the main demand base. The alignment gaps structure did not enable rapid responses. Decentralization for rural service or geographic closeness to major markets. What was needed? Structure changes, regional units, decentralized operations. There should have been plant in Punjab, dedicated units for localization, and especially the failure area of Yamaha was technology transfers from its major companies from Japan and vendor development. The third hard asset system. Yamaha has weak training system, weak after-sales service and spare part system, mainly a port dependency and weak vendor supply chain. Yamaha should have implemented stronger training system, procurement and vendor development system, performance measurement aligned with cost, quality, and customer satisfaction. Now coming to the soft assets, shared values. Yamaha main focus, brand recognition, premium quality, a legacy of Yamaha, but values around affordability, local responsiveness, employee capability appears less prominent. What was the gap? Shared values not fully supporting what the market values. For example, low running cost, high resale, parts availability. Culture may overemphasize product prestige versus market realities. What was needed by Yamaha? Recalibrate core values, integrity of quality, market relevance, customer centricity, plus cost effectiveness, embed these throughout the organization. Coming to the style of Yamaha, Yamaha mainly had been a family entity, top leadership, maybe more top down, less open feedback, possibly slower adaptation to change. Alignment gaps, management style may have been rigid, limited external benchmarking or adoption of new models, training abroad, technology transfer, etc. What was needed by Yamaha? Leadership style shift, especially it should have been more participative. Expose leadership to global best practices. Encourage innovation. Improve cross-functional coordination. Coming to the another softer element that is staff. What Yamaha did, what was its state? Workforce with limited exposure, weak training, human capital development, maybe insufficient number of qualified technical, marketing, and R&D staff, undertraining, skill gaps, insufficient specialized staff for localization, vendor liaison, and product development. What was needed by Yamaha? Investment in recruiting and training, send engineers abroad, build internal R&D and technical capacity, and incentivize performance. Going to the last soft for S's is skills. What Yamaha did, some premium product engineering skills, but less in cost optimization, vendor engineering, mass market, product development, and localization capabilities. Gaps in skill required for supply chain, cost management, mass production, and lean manufacturing. What was needed by Yamaha? Develop skills in vendor development, cost engineering, lean production, quality control, and localization. And finally, built in continuous improvement capacity. Summary. The McKinsey 7S frameworks highlights that Yamaha's failure was not just about product pricing. Many of the soft elements, staff, style, skills, shared values, as well as hard ones, strategy, structure, systems, were misaligned with market realities. If Yamaha deployed alignment across all 7S, strategy including low CC segment structure, reposition, systems for training and vendor network, style and staff more development oriented, skill in cost engineering, shared value focus on affordability and customer service, it could have been done much better. Using the 7S model as diagnostic helps identify exactly, exactly which elements to change and ensure change in one area don't fail due to misalignment elsewhere. With this, we conclude our discussion on today's subject of McKinsey 7S analysis of Yamaha. Please do drop your comments, share your experience to further improve the contents of this channel that is Moto based. Your feedback matters. Thank you and thank you very much.